We're on live broadcast. Okay. So, hello, can you hear me, sir?
Yes, I'm hearing you
Okay. So,
clearly.
okay. So we are here today to discuss about the Ondo State election. It's just 3 days before the actual election day, and there is a news out there saying that Agboola Ajayi refused governorship debate. So what happened? Why did Agboola refuse the debate, sir?
Yes, I think all these are isolations, and it is not compulsory that a candidate must go, participate in any debate. After all, in 2016, during the governorship debate, Akeredolu refused bluntly to attend, and he won. So it is not even the first debate that was organized by OSRC, that is a state-owned broadcasting service, is not appropriate for somebody like him, a gubernatorial candidate like him, to attend such uh, a debate, because even the venue is violent prone. So, and all these are some of the reasons why he did not participate at the debate. Even the
Oh,
one that was supposed to be was uh, um, was organized by Shanes. Yes, he couldn't attend because tomorrow is the last day of to round up all campaigns in Ondo State, and you are aware that there are a lot of security challenges in Ondo State. A lot of security challenges, in a way that the two, the other two main political parties, PDP and APC, they have been clashing, wrenching mayhem on each others. So Agboola Ajayi was to attend the rally at Owo. That is the hometown of the governor, because of the spate of violence in that place. Some of our supporters were beaten up. You know, so we just felt there was a security signal that we should not go. And today, Agboola Ajayi was in Owo, and tomorrow is the another opportunity for him to round up all his campaign. So it would have been easy for him to honor Shane's invitation, and of course he wrote a letter to Shanes that he will not be able to go, to attend the debate. So I just believe that the debate, might amount to detractions, for any Labour Party, more so that the candidate of the party has still need to move around, because
so
elections
how many
elections you
how many
don't you
how,
don't you don't win elections on television.
I understand that. I understand that,
Yes,
sir. However,
yes.
we are living in a digital world now. People are watching what is going on, the trend on social media, on TV. So we cannot ignore the fact that there are many online users. You understand? People that go online to listen and watch what is going on, the trend, the news, and everything. So if you refuse the governorship debates, don't you think that will also intensify criticism among uh, the masses? The masses.
Yes, I want to tell you, even the debate,
Mm,
that was arranged for the two major political parties, the other two parties in Ondo State, PDP
mm.
and APC. We had the information that the two of them performed woefully at the interview, at the debate. So, what is the essence of going to a debate, and you are not you are not intellectually prepared for it? Agboola Ajayi has been moving around. He has been speaking with so many, speaking with the media, talking about his programs on how he's going to alleviate poverty and how to take Ondo State to to greatest heights, in industrial development, to make sure that the healthcare delivery system is standardized, and to make sure that penury and poverty is stamped out in Ondo State. So I want to believe that the Zenith Labour Party standard bearer has been moving around and been selling his programs on the social media. So for not
So
able
that
to,
one you believe that that is enough. You know, in a,
yes, he's a no, yeah, because he's a grassroots politician. He
no,
has moved around all the nooks and crannies of the state, selling his programs to the people, and the people love him because they know that he is the one that is can serve their interests better.
I understand that. I understand that. I interviewed some people, some politicians in Ondo State. They said the same thing about Agboola Ajayi that he's leading right now in Ondo State because
Yes, exactly,
there are
exactly.
many
He is
there
the
are,
leader.
yeah, there are many things
Yes,
working in favor of him right now, and he's from the southern district of Ondo State
yes,
that's
that
supposed to
is
be
it.
that's supposed to produce governor, right?
Yes,
So
yes,
there are many things working in favor of him. We know that, but him refusing the governorship debate on channels because during the election in Edo State, you know that the two bigger political parties, well, they attended the debate on channels, and that debate was very meaningful, and he also
yes, very
helped to
meaningful. Even Ize Yamu regretted attending the program because
reduce
you know that
affected him.
the debate between Agboola Ajayi and the current president governor would have been counterproductive because it would have been an opportunity for them to even raise insults on each other. Because
No, no, they
Akeredolu,
can't
the
do that.
governor,
They have no.
yes, let me tell you, even after the signing of the peace accord, between the three major political parties in Ondo State, Akeredolu refused a handshake with his deputy. That shows that he's a man full of vendetta. I can tell you that.
No.
So yes, because the way the governor is carrying the issue of this election is becoming too desperate. You know, is becoming too desperate, and I think that might be one of the reasons why it might not be palatable for the two of them to engage in debates.
On the,
Anything can happen.
now, debate is well managed by those who are hosting it. This is not the first time of experiencing political
But
debate.
you cannot because you cannot imagine a situation where he will now forget to round up his campaign in Ondo State and then be attending a debate today. It's not possible. Tomorrow is the last day of campaign in Ondo State.
They
So
ma-
after tomorrow, nobody, even the notice given for the debate is just too short.
how many days notice?
So it just a day, a day is just too short. And the Zenny Labour standard bearer, was so cautious enough. He wrote a letter to Charles that he would not be able to attend due to exigencies of assignments.
A day notice?
Yes, that was what happened. A letter was written to him, which he acknowledged a day before before the debate. So it was very impossible for him to attend.
Yeah, okay, if it's a day notice, that I understand that because he might not be able to attend it because at least hey, they need at least minimum of a week notice.
Yes.
You understand? So if it's a day, which means it's justifiable. It's justifiable.
Barrister Agboola Ajayi is not afraid to participate in any debate.
Yeah.
He's never afraid because he is a lawyer, he's highly cerebral, he can face any challenges. You know, I want to tell you that Agboola Ajayi has some qualities which places him even far ahead of other
Candidate.
aspirants. Yes, he's very courageous, very fearless, highly experienced, and he's a motivator. He's accessible. You know, he's a man with the make of human kindness. When
That is
you know,
that is what we would have loved to see of him. coming to
Yes.
the governorship debate to also, present himself to the masses, to Nigerians, not only because when it comes to debate, not only Ondo people are going to watch the debate, there are other people, the whole all over the whole world, people will have access to that debate and watch it.
Please, my Mrs. Obaseki, let me tell you, I want to bring you down the memory lane. Even in 2016, when we had a similar debate,
Mm.
Barrister Akeredolu did not attend, and he won the election.
He
So
did
I
not
want to tell
attend the
you,
debate
I
as
want
well.
to, yes, he didn't. Even in 2012, when he participated in a debate, he lost.
Mm.
So I think that be the. It's
Uh,
not elections. Elections are not won on pages of newspapers and on television. So as far as I am concerned,
mm,
for the mere fact that Agboola Ajayi did not participate in the debate, has not written him off, because being a grassroots politician is being loved by all. He's a man of the people, and the expectation is that on Saturday he's going to coast to victory easily.
mm. Wonderful. So right now, what is going on? Who is leading right now?
Yes, I can tell you confidently that Agboola Ajayi is leading among the three, main contenders, because number one, because the people, because he is from the southern zone, and
Mm,
all the six local governments in the south senatorial district, are solidly behind him. So surely he's going to win all the six local governments in his zone,
mm,
because everybody, every supporters and members of the Labour Party, even including PDP and APC, they want to vote for him, and they will vote for him.
mm,
So in the central senatorial district, where we have Jegede, the standard bearer of the PDP, is going to have at least three local governments or four local governments, because we have six local governments there also, and
okay.
we are believing that he's going to win at least four.
Mm,
The two local governments in Ondo, which is being anchored by the former governor and the leader of Zenith Labour Party, Dr. Olusegun Mimiko.
Mimiko,
So
yeah.
the two local governments are for Zenith Labour Party. Then the federal local government,
Mm,
which is where the running mate hails from. So Zenith Labour is going to catch up that place, including the hometown of the Director General um, of Agboola Campaign Organization, Dr. Ademuji Mikola. So these are the four areas that Agboola is going to capture at the central. Then coming to the north too,
mm,
where we have six local governments too, we
mm.
are hoping that at least the party is going to capture three local governments. So in
Okay.
all,
Let me
I
ask
want
you.
to give assurance that Agboola Ajayi is going to win 11 local governments out of 18 local governments in Ondo State.
Okay, that's your prediction because
That is
you
it's not that is what is on is the reality of the ground as I speak with you.
you know that you are a member of the Zenith Labour Party. You understand? You are the member of Labour, so it will be very difficult for someone like you to say anything against your political party. Let's just assume that Agboola is winning, is leading right now.
Yeah, it's not. Let me
Then,
tell you, man, it's
mm,
not an assumption. I'm just telling you the reality on the ground, because as I speak with you, the people are solidly behind the Zenith Labour Party. The Zenith Labour Party, has assumed the third force in Ondo State.
mm,
After Agboola Ajayi left PDP to Zenith Labour Party,
mm,
virtually all the gladiators in the two other major political parties, APC and PDP, Labour Party. So right now, the party is the party of the people. and it's a revolutionary movement, in which
Acco-
everybody wants to be part and parcel of the
Senate.
winning team. Yes, because the Zenith Labour Party is the third force in Ondo State, and it is the party favored to win the election.
Hmm. I,
This Saturday.
According to what I was told, they said some members of APC are decamping to the Zenith Labour Party because of Ajayi. Is that true?
Yes, it's not apart from the camping to the Zenith Labour Party because of Ajayi. The people in Ondo State, they are highly disenchanted
Hmm.
about the bad governance by Akere Dolu led administration in Ondo State,
Yeah.
because it's an administration, that is being known as practicing familitocracy. Is
Hmm.
the government of the father,
Father.
the mother, the son, and equally the in-laws, because this is a government that believe that all the commonwealth of Ondo State should be carted to the hometown of the wife, and where he permanently resides, which is Ibadan in Oyo State. So people are not happy because for over 2 years he has failed to appoint the relevant people into the various boards and parastatals in the state. He has not been able to carry all the members of his party along in governance. Appointments were based not on merit.
Yeah.
The educational system is in disarray. The
Hmm.
healthcare delivery system of the state is equally in disarray, and there's no attempt to boost agricultural production in Ondo State as it was done by previous government. So the loans, the market women and men, the artisans and farmers, they are not happy with this administration because they were not given the necessary support in terms of provision of incentives and soft loans, which previous administrations used to give to them. Because I recall that during a Mimiko administration, I was the general manager of microcredit agency. You know, during the time the agency succeeded in alleviating poverty and penury among the peasants in Ondo State. But all these things are not happening. And what is happening in Ondo State is that the present administration had, succeeded in destroying all the legacies, of the previous administration. And that is why, as I speak with you, Ondo State is not doing fine in all areas of
Yeah.
socio political and
That's
economic developments.
that's what I heard. Yeah. They said the APC, the administration of Akeredolu, is ravaging the state, that they have turned the state into a family business, that he's assigning contracts and everything to his family members, his son, his wife, he's controlling one side, and while the son is in the other side. They told me all these things. But APC, my question to Agboola is Labour Party, this Zenith Labour Party, strong enough to compete with PDP and APC in Ondo State?
Yes, I think I've said it once
Hmm.
that those State is not about parties. It is about individuals. Even in year 2007, Zenith Labour Party was not given any chance, and it won election during when Mimiko, during during the time of Mimiko. It was a revolutionary force. You know, it was a party that has no structure on the ground, but it succeeded in winning the governorship. But I can tell you that those states, you know, so many different type of parties have ruled on those states. PDP ruled at different times. Zenith Labour ruled at different times. PDP ruled at different times. Currently, it is the turn of APC, and I want to assure you that by Saturday, it's going to be another party and that party is going to be Zenith Labour Party. So it's not about the party. It is about individuals, that are contesting.
Don't
And
just.
Agboola Ajayi
Mm,
happens to be a man of the people, a man who is being looked upon, to change the narratives,
mm,
you know, the social, political, and economic narratives in Ondo State for better. And that is the main reason why people are hovering around him, and they have full confidence that
mm,
he's going to excel, in governance.
mm.
Because they believe in all circles, everywhere in Ondo State, that uh, Chief Agboola Ajayi is going to entone good democratic culture in Ondo State, where the greatest numbers of the citizens, will be, adequately taken care of, and they will, benefit from democratic dividends.
Mm. Interesting. Interesting. So PDP didn't give him tickets. What happened? How come they refuse him?
Yes, what happened was that he left APC to PDP, and it was just a very limited time that he he participated in the primaries. There
Mm,
was not enough time for him. If he had been in the party
mm.
for even 3 months, he would have won the nomination. But
Okay.
for the fact that it is God design, maybe if he has succeeded in the of getting the ticket in PDP, maybe they would have been third force, and the election would have been won by the current administration. But for the fact that the Ondo State people are the serious of third force, which will come out smoking to be able to address the socio-economic challenges and problems affecting Ondo State. So I believe it is a divine arrangement that Chief Agboola Ajayi, you know, picks Zenith Labour Party as a platform
And,
to.
and the former governor of Ondo State, Olusegun Mimiko, is supporting him, according to my understanding. And
Yes,
Mimiko
exactly.
is the chairman of the Zenith Labour Party.
No, no, no. He's not the chairman, but he's the national leader of the Zenith Labour Party.
Oh, national leader.
The chairman of the Zenith Labour Party is Dan Nwayanwu.
Okay. Oh,
Yes. Why? But
mm,
those state, we have Dr. Akilaja as the chairman.
okay. So he is the national leader.
Yes, national leader.
Oh, okay. So, and he's also funding Ajayi, Agboola Ajayi. He's funding
No,
the
there's
campaign.
it's not about, yes,
He's
it's not
not
about somebody
funding
funding.
the campaign. Yeah.
Yes, I'm not too conversant about the funding arrangement in the party, but I know that being
Mm,
a third force, a lot of people are involved because
mm.
it's a revolutionary
Kind of
inclined
party.
movement. Yes,
Mm,
everybody, those who have 2,000, 3,000, whatever you have, you support the party.
mm.
And I want to tell you that this party is not a party, that believe that if you don't have money, you cannot win election. We are not involved in any extravagant spending. And I can tell you, the party is not even ready to engage in vote buying in this incoming election. We are not going to be involved because we believe we are satisfied that the people are behind us, and we are going to win convincingly.
So
And
there's
because of the report, even because even the president of Nigeria, he
mm,
have even made everything so easy now that he has read the riot act, that whoever engages in a ballot boxes snatching, vote buying, should be ready to die. That is what the president of Nigeria said just a few
yes,
days ago.
yes,
And so,
I saw that.
yes, exactly.
So it
So
should
I
be
can tell you that among the three main political parties in Ondo State,
mm,
it is a Labour Party that is not showing interest in you know, flexing, pulling financial muscles at the election. So we depend on the people because we are the Zenny Labour Party is a peasant party of the poor people. So the poor people are solidly behind the party.
Okay, it's like the Ondo people are tired of these old political parties.
Yes, of the misrule of this present administration.
So they just want change. This new political party, they believe that will come and change
Exactly.
this thing.
Everybody, the farmers, the peasants, the artisans, the students, the youths, women, men, everybody across all the 18 local governments in Ondo State, they are determined to vote out Aketi and his cohorts from administration.
Akrodolo, Rotimi Akrodolo. Yeah. So right now in Ondo State, there are three senatorial districts, right?
Yes,
Okay.
yes.
So can you give me the figure, the population of the voters in different senatorial districts? We have the southern, the northern, and the central, right? So which of the
Well,
three
yes, I
carries?
may not be able, yes, I may not be able to give an accurate figure.
Mm.
I may not be able to give an accurate figure
let me
because,
let me ask this question
all
again.
right,
Okay, because in Edo election, because we're doing political analysis of the election before the actual election day, so we're able to pull out statistics of how many voters in the three senatorial districts. So even though you don't have accurate number, but
yeah, but
which
I can be able to give permutations,
okay,
even
like
if I could not be able to give accurate figures.
okay,
The we have three senatorial districts. We have the southern, we have the central, and the north. But I can tell you that the southern senatorial, is more heavily populated, followed by the central. But in the central, we have Akure North, which is the capital, the capital city of Ondo State, is the most populated. But because for this election, but I want to say that most people, the numbers of the non-Nijis outnumber the the indigenes of Akure, and for that reason, we it is not going to be easy for Jegede to have his way in this election because apart from Akure and the Akure North local government, he's not likely to have make any headway in other local governments.
that's
Therefore, yes, therefore, Akeredolu, his hometown, I know they have. I am very sure of that. Yeah, there is about 101,000 votes there. That is the only place he's going to have chunk of the votes. But the Labour Party, Zenny Labour Party, is not going to will not take it. They will equally share some votes with him there. But at the northern senatorial district, where Akeredolu hails from, so I don't think if he can get more than three local governments, the whole,
because it's
because I
very
don't see him.
unpopular. It's very unpopular.
Yes, because he's unpopular, he's not going to stay through in Akoko Southwest, Akoko Southeast, Akoko Northwest, including Akoko Northwest. He's not likely to stay through there.
Okay,
So I can
let's
say
just say
confidently that
accurate.
Akeredolu might not be able to get up to five local governments out of 18.
Okay, let's look at the statistics now. So, out of the three senatorial districts, which one has the highest population of voters? Any senatorial district that is under the capital city, I think is more populous.
Yes,
So
very
let's
yes.
say
I can't give, but I
Accurate
know
is
that
Accurate is central.
yes, Akure
Accurate.
is central.
Okay, let me just write it
That is where the candidate of the PDP hails from.
down. Okay,
Akeredolu is from the north senatorial district,
okay.
while Agboola Ajayi is from the southern senatorial district. But so far so good. I believe that both the central and and southern senatorial districts, they are heavily populated than the northern senatorial district.
Okay, the central and the southern, yeah,
Yes,
are more
yes,
populated than the
populated, yes,
northern.
than the north, where the current governor hails from.
I think I have to find the statistics on INEC. If INEC has it, I'm not sure.
Yes,
I will look for it tomorrow. I will look for it if I can find it, because before the Edo election, we were able to pull out the statistics, the voters. You understand the voters in that three senatorial districts. So Akure is the capital city. We are expecting there to be more populated. You understand? They will.
yeah, that's very true, Mrs. Obaseki. Very true because, but I want to assure you that in the next 2 days now,
Mm,
even before the election, there is going to be mass movement from Akure because a lot of people, a lot of non-Nijis that have the majority, they are a majority, they will move to their respective local governments, where they will vote. So Akure, as far as I'm concerned, you know, those people that are going to vote on Saturday might not exceed 50,000 from about 200, over 200,000 voters, registered voters they have.
So how can we know the registered voters in the three senatorial districts? How can we know how many voters, registered voters? How can we? You guys don't have any?
Yes, what INEC was able to,
Mm,
to come out with a figure
mm,
few days ago. I think it's about over 1.5 million voters that will vote in the next election in
mm.
Ondo State. But we have never had more than even up to 400,000 voters in any election in Ondo State.
Okay, let me see if I can get the statistics. Ondo
Yes.
independent. We need to know, and also know the three candidates, the three major candidates, where they are from, and we can use that to judge who is going to win the election. That's what we did in the Edo State election,
Yes.
and we
I think
predicted.
I've said it
Mm,
earlier before now
mm,
that the two areas that are more heavily populated is
mm.
the south and the
The
central.
central, yeah.
And
Mm,
Agboola Ajayi is from the south
mm,
senatorial district, and all the people, the six local government, they are solidly behind him. So he's going to have chunk votes in that area, block votes, and which no other party will be able to,
yeah.
surpass him.
Mm, mm.
Even in the north, both Akeredolu cannot cannot win a local government in the southern senatorial district. Even at the central, I don't see him winning any of the local governments,
And
the six local governments.
Was it not Jide, the PDP candidate is from the central, right?
Eyitayo, yes, Eyitayo Jegede is from the central.
Jagade, I mean, yeah,
Eyitayo Jegede is from central.
from the central. So,
Yes.
okay, I will check this. I think I have to look for the statistics by now. How many voters, registered voters in all those states? So we have to break it down in senatorial districts to see how many registered voters are there. So I will do that at least by tomorrow. If I
Yes, it's good. It's
Yeah,
good.
we need to know. We need to know so that we use that to predict who's going to win this election. But according to what people are saying now, because I've called and interviewed some people in Ondo State, they are predicting Ajayi to win this upcoming election. Under a free, fair, credible
Fair
election,
election.
he's going to win the election. So we wish him the best as he's leading better. Some people are also scrutinizing him that he's still serving as the deputy governor of Ondo State under APC while he's running under another political party for the governorship election. How would that contradict his membership and the election in general?
Yes. I think people are just making a lot of insinuations about that
Mm.
because the constitution of the Federal Republic of Nigeria does not debar him from contesting under another platform.
Okay.
Even the members of the State House of Assembly refused, you
Mm.
know, to be intimidated by the governor in the, towards removing him, towards impeaching him by the House of Assembly. So 9 members of the House of Assembly stood their grounds that Agboola Ajayi will not be removed. Even the chief judge of Ondo State
Mm.
was involved in all these arrangements when a letter was written to him by the speaker asking her to, to commence impeachment proceedings against Ajayi. But she was able to write a letter back to the House of Assembly leadership that a quorum has not been formed. So that shows that the Constitution of the Federal Republic of Nigeria favors him to do all what he is doing. So he has the right, he has the power, he has
Mm.
the constitutional right to contest, in another platform.
Why,
After all,
why still
both himself and the governor, enjoys a joint ticket.
okay? Why still maintain his position as
Yes,
as APC? According to what another person told me in Ondo State that he resigned from APC before he decamped to PDP, and
exactly. And he
PDP
equally resigned
resigned again
from
before
PDP before he came to Zenny Labour Party.
okay. If he's doing that legally, if he's resigning legally, and
Yes,
I think he's good to go. And we all wish him the best. We are waiting for anyone that will win the election on Saturday. So, and we also need your help on Saturday because we want to be broadcasting the election live here on Nebo TV. We want someone that can be giving us the update on
updates. All
yes.
right.
Yeah, we want
Okay.
someone. So you are the campaign manager, or who are you to?
No, no, no. I'm a member of the state
Mm.
campaign council and a member of the contact and mobilization committee of the campaign organization.
Okay. So
Yes.
the campaign will end tomorrow. You guys are doing
Yes.
round tomorrow. Tomorrow, right?
Yes, it's going to end.
Tomorrow. Then on Friday, you guys just be there preparing for the actual election. I hope there is no violence in the state right now. No federal might trying to
Yes.
suppress other.
Yes. The question of federal might,
Hmm.
I think, is going to be ruled out because all those state people are not. They will not be intimidated by the presence of some gladiators who are already in Ondo State. As I
Hmm.
speak with you, even yesterday, as I was coming from my hometown in Okakoko, I saw the convoy of the Tatata governor, the man acclaimed to be a consummate rigger, the governor of Kogi State. He came with hundreds of people, a lot of vehicles, over 100 fleet of vehicles in his convoy, from Kogi State to Ondo State. They are here. There are a lot of allegations
APC.
that he
APC.
brought some talks, you know, for the purpose of scuttling the electoral process in Ondo State. That was exactly what they did in Kogi State, and we are not going to have a repeat of that in Ondo State because the police are everywhere in Ondo State now because the commissioner of the inspector general of police has deployed over 30,000 security personnel who ensure give security covers. And
Um,
even in the riverine areas too, there are some naval officers and soldiers numbering over 300 people that are already deployed to some security flash areas to forestall breakdown of law and order and to
yeah.
ensure that we have a peaceful, transparent and fair election in Ondo State. So I just have the assurance that the by the assurance they are given by the president,
Mm.
the security heads in Nigeria, I want to believe that we are going to have a fair, transparent and inclusive election in Ondo State.
Why?
And for the INEC too, even the INEC,
Mm,
INEC, the report we are hearing is that INEC had, sent some sensitive materials through the Central Bank of Nigeria for onward transmission to all the 18 local governments. And the necessary things, the INEC chairman was in Ondo State for 2 days. Professor Yakubu, he came. The adult staff have been trained. You know, the and I want to say that INEC is going to be transparent. They are going to do a yeoman job as
like
far as
state,
conducting peaceful election
like the
and transparent election is concerned.
like the template. The according to what I heard, that they're going to use the same template as the one of Edo State in Ondo.
Even what I even heard was the template they are going to use in Ondo State
Mm,
is even going to be more
transparent
better than what they use in
Ondo
Edo State.
State.
So the era of election rigging is going to be over in
Ah,
Nigeria
God.
based on the assurances given by the President of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, who wants to leave behind a good legacy
Let's see.
after exiting from governance, in 2 years' time.
Oh God. We can't wait to be having free and fair elections in Nigeria. We can't wait. The Edo State election was like the beginning of democracy in Nigeria. Even
Exactly,
even though there were
exactly.
few vote buying here and there by APC, but at least it was the best.
Yes, that is Mrs. Obasoge. I want to tell you
Yeah.
what APC, those they relies upon is vote buying.
Eh,
You know, they believe that they can easily buy the consciences of the people.
mm,
But on those state people are becoming more sophisticated and educated. You
yes.
know, to the extent that nobody can buy their conscience easily. But I heard a lot of people saying that this time around they will just collect his money, and at the end of the day they will still reject him at the polls.
Mm.
So the vast majority of the people of Ondo State, they are not voting Akeredolu this time around.
APC, APC governors in Nigeria, honestly, they
Yes,
keep.
you see why APC is even losing. It's not about Akeredolu. It's about the draconian policies of the APC-led government in Nigeria. Look at how the fuel the fuel pump price was hiked
Mm,
from 140 from 145, from 80 to 145, from 145 to now 161. You know, it's not good enough. Even the electricity bill was enhanced beyond the reach of the average people of Nigeria. So these are some of the reasons why the APC governors are losing in their respective states.
yes.
So, and that is going to happen in Ondo State
Yeah.
because people are not ready. They are not even happy. They don't want APC government in Nigeria again.
Again, they don't just.
So yes, it's because of the draconian policies
Mm,
of the APC-led administration,
exactly.
at the central level that is affecting all the APC states, in Nigeria. So, and that is applicable to Ondo State. And that is why a lot of people are not happy with this current administration in Ondo State because the administration is not doing the biddings of the people, of the poor people of Ondo State.
But
People are wallowing in abject poverty and squalid conditions. You know, the
yeah,
condition of the poor masses is not palatable at all.
I
So
understand
nobody is benefiting bountifully from democratic dividends.
you. Mm,
Vast majority of people, they are disconnected from governance. They are not benefiting immensely, anything from this present administration. And that is why the people are decided and that they will reject Aketi,
mm.
you know, at the polls
And
this Saturday.
this idea. of rigging elections in Nigeria is gradually diminishing in the country.
Exactly.
With this new template that INEC just brought to the country, I think it will minimize corruption. So when the power shifts to the hands of the masses, it will regulate corruption among Nigerian politicians. You know why? Because they will know that right now, if you don't perform, if you don't impress the masses and develop your state, chances are they're going to vote you out of the office after 4 years.
Exactly.
They won't allow them to be running for 8 years anymore. I think that will help to minimize corruption among politicians in Nigeria.
Yes, exactly. Like you have rightly said, ma. You know, the template being given now,
Yeah.
and which was used in Edo, is going to guarantee um, transparency,
Hmm.
in all aspects, in all facets of our developmental processes,
Yeah.
because we cannot wait, to have a free and fair election, because by the time you have a bad government, it is when you have an election that is not free and fair that you install, bad leaders who will not satisfy the whims and caprices of the greatest numbers of the citizens. So a good electoral system is going to guarantee, good leadership.
Yes.
Yeah, yes, exactly. That is exactly what is going to happen.
Yeah.
So a time will come in the history of Nigeria where
Hmm.
we will not have rigging again, like what
Yes.
occurs in other advanced democracies in the
Thank
world.
Yes, exactly, sir. Exactly. That is what we have been protesting for years. So we are gradually approaching this democracy. Not that we have the democracy in Nigeria. At least it's the beginning. You understand? It's the beginning. It's like democracy
Yes,
is maturing now in Nigeria. It's maturing. So
exactly.
yeah, we'll continue to be doing this follow up to ensure that INEC conduct free, fair, and credible elections in Nigeria. So, right now, what is going on? What is the latest? I hope there's no violence in the state right now. According to what you said they brought some talks from Kogi State. Is it the APC governor in Kogi
That
State
is that is an allegation,
is
and there you see there will be
alleged?
there are always elements of truth
Mm,
in some allegations.
mm,
Even before now, I want to tell you that there have been a lot of crises, in Ondo State. Um, especially between the two other main political parties, PDP and APC. There have been violent activities in Ipele, where some supporters of Itayo Jegede, Itayo Jegede is from Ipele, his mother, is from Ipele. He was denied entry into the place by APC suspected thugs. So there was crisis which resulted into destruction of some vehicles, belonging to the two political parties. Even about 2 days ago in
mm.
Akure, there were gun shootings. There were violence too, which resulted into death of two people,
Uh-huh.
which political parties they hail from cannot be identified.
Really?
So on so many occasions, even at Idori, the hometown of the Director General of Zeni Labour Campaign Organization, you
Mm.
know, and a Zeni Labour stalwart, one Okafo Taiwo was killed, in the town at Alade Idori. And as I speak with you, nobody, no, none of the culprits, have been apprehended. And there was even a report that some of those people that killed Okafor Taiwo were part of the entourage of
Across the
APC, of the governor, during his campaign tours to some areas in Akoko. And I forgot to even tell you that the supporters of APC and PDP clash at Obaile, Akoko in Ondo State. That's in the Northern Senatorial District. As they were moving, as the convoy, they were part of the convoy of the governor. On citing members of the PDP in the area, they wreaked havoc on them. So nobody, as I speak with you, nobody has been arrested. And all these give impressions as if the police in Ondo State are incapacitated.
Yes,
Or maybe it is it's an intentional act. Because we expect that by now, all these people that are causing breakdown the law and order ought to have been brought to book.
yes, sir.
We
Let,
expect that they ought to have been prosecuted,
yeah, the same thing
for
happened
all
in
these
Edo State.
criminal activities.
The same thing
But
happened in Edo State.
with the assurance given by the Special Bureau of Police, and bearing in mind that we have over 30 police officers who are going to give security covers to
30,000.
voters. Yes, over 30,000 naira. Yes,
30,000
30,000 people.
people. But sir,
Yes.
let me tell you, what happened in Edo State, sir. Let's just apply the experience of Edo State to Ondo State. Okay. Uh, Prior to the election, the federal government said they deploy 31,000 security operatives to provide security for the citizens during the election period. However, before the election, APC members and their thugs were attacking the PDP members. But police officers in the state refused to prosecute, even arrest those who were responsible for these crimes in the state. The governor was complaining all the time. Nobody would listen to the governor. PDP members were being attacked every day by the APC. You know that the security operatives, the police, is under the federal government. During election period like this, the federal government, the federal minds would like to suppress other political parties, especially the opposition. You understand that, sir? So
Yes, I understand what you are saying.
I think that is the same thing that is playing out in Ondo State right now, that the police is refusing to prosecute, even arrest those who are constituting nuisances in the state. And when you look at the talks right now in Ondo State, they are from the APC side. You understand? So the same thing happened in Edo State. And when they said they deployed 31,000 police officers to provide security for the state during the election day, could you believe that in most cases, the police will be there while APC will be buying votes in their presence? They will just pretend as if they don't even see anything. They were compromised by APC members because of the federal might.
Yes,
So,
I don't think federal might,
mm,
this federal might syndrome is going to work in Ondo State, because
it's not going to work. Don't think
Ondo
that
State
federal
people,
might will not
yes, Ondo
suppress.
State people will not be intimidated, by the presence of
Avoid federal might.
all these federal might, or
You
what to call it,
you can't
because
avoid it, sir. There's no way you people can avoid it in Ondo State. But the prayer you should be praying right now is that the federal mind should not over suppress the opposition.
yes,
Yeah, but the federal mind definitely must be visible in the state, no matter what. You cannot stop them.
yes,
Because you,
yes.
the federal might try to suppress other
Yes,
political.
you are right,
Yeah,
because there are a lot of, if you look at the numbers of gladiators from APC, even including PDP that they are already in Ondo State now,
mm,
you'll be amazed. It's just it's just like as if it is an army of occupation. When even so,
I think this one. Oh no.
people coming to Ondo State too, he came with a lot of people. So what is the purpose? What are their intentions? For even coming with that large entourage?
Yeah,
Eh?
That's what they did in Edo State. APC governors, when they were coming to Edo State, they came with talks. They came with their tips that will come and snatch ballot boxes. They did all that. They did all that. I hope Uzodinma, the governor of Imo State, when he came to Edo State during before a few days before the election day, he came with some boys to come and steal ballot boxes. Even the day of the election, one of his boys was arrested, and he confessed that he came with Hope Uzodinma. He was arrested stealing ballot boxes during election period. So APC is fond of doing that. And when they said they deployed 21,000 police officers to provide security,
31,000.
yes, that's what they said. So you know what they did? A date to the election. Could you believe that they sent, was it not 30 police officers, I mean 300 police officers to storm the hotel where Wike was lodging? He was hostage.
Yes, I heard about that. I heard about that.
Why APC governors who came because of the election, they were working freely, nobody
In fact,
arrested, nobody called them police.
they even gave
Mm.
Wiki, they gave him marching order to move from Edo State. And the guy refused bluntly to leave. He
Yeah,
said over his dead body. So
actually
what I just see,
ordered him to leave Edo State, and they were aware of the fact that Wike was the campaign chairman. He's supposed to be in Edo State. The IG of police himself ordered Wike to leave Edo State.
yes, he was
What's that?
compromised, already
Yes.
compromised.
So you guys should be expecting similar situation in Ondo State, but that will not stop them from
Yes, exactly. Because what I know is going to happen in Ondo State, no matter the level of conspiracy, the level of sabotage, the level of intimidation and harassment of voters, Ondo State
people.
votes of the votes of Ondo State people will count.
Exactly.
That
Yeah.
is exactly what is going to happen.
Yes. The same thing happened in Edo State.
It's
No
going to
matter
count.
how they tried to buy votes here and there, the Edo people were very determined. They said no. Some of them collected money from APC. They end up voting for PDP. So you guys,
Yes, that
let's,
is what is going to happen in Ondo State.
mm,
Let them come with their millions.
mm,
Because we heard that they want to engage seriously on votes buying. That has been the stock in trade of APC administrations, both at the federal and state levels.
mm.
But here in Ondo State, our people are determined. Even when they give them the money, they will pocket the money and they will still vote against APC. That is going to be the trend
That's why
throughout the 18 local governments in Ondo State.
that's why you guys should be sanitizing the masses right now. You understand?
Yes, the masses are well sensitized. They know that this time around, they will not. They are going to reject a bad government represented by Aketi and his cohorts.
Yes. You guys should be giving them the awareness that collect their money
Yes,
and vote your conscience.
yeah, the awareness is ongoing. Although I've said it,
Mm,
that all those people they are very highly sophisticated and educated,
mhm.
unlike before when
Yeah.
they were feeble-minded. But now they have learned their lessons. That
Yes.
they know that if they vote Akeredolu into power, for the second term, is going to suppress the wishes of the people. Because if he cannot, give democratic governance in his first regime, what is he going to do? What is he going to achieve in the second term? I believe that if Ondo State people allow Akeredolu to stay through in the second term, number one, salaries of workers will not be paid as I went due again. Two,
Mm.
the masses will suffer checkered setbacks in
Yes.
all areas of human endeavors and employment. It's not going to give employment opportunities to our people. It will still continue to give employment to non-indigens.
And
And
that
apart from that,
contract will be
yes,
given to his family members.
to his siblings, to his in-laws,
Mm.
nephews and friends at Ibadan. That is what he does.
Mm.
So this time around, ma, Mrs. Obaseki, I want to give assurance that Agboola Ajayi is the most experienced, you know, among the three main standard bearers, because he's the most experienced, he's the most knowledgeable, he's a motivator, he's very courageous, he's fearless, he's a man, imbued with milk of woman kindness. Whatever anything you bring to him, you take to him. If you go to him for any help of any sort, he will surely assist you. He's very accessible, very dynamic, highly resourceful, and
Yeah.
he's a man who I believe is going to take Ondo State to greater heights in all facets of equitable development.
So,
He's a man who has vision. He's a man who believes that the interests of the masses must be adequately protected. Because having come from a humble beginning, he believes that he can take care of the masses, in a way that he will put smiles into their faces. So Agboola Ajayi is a man of the people. He's a seasoned politician. He's a man who has been a councillor, an elected councillor. He's a man who has been an elected chairman, a supervisor, a former member of the House of Representatives. Not just a member, he was the chairman of NDDC, and during his period, he was able to impart positively, on the southern senatorial district. And that is the reason why he believes that he is the only person that can solve, the problem of marginalization in that sector. Because as I speak with you, the southern senatorial district where he hails from, has suffered, sacred neglect and deprivations, for the past 10 years. And that is the reason why the area that has been in darkness, perpetual darkness, you know, is going to restore electricity. He's going to help them to restore electricity. So, Agboola Ajayi is a highly experienced person. And being a current deputy governor, you know that among the three main, contenders, he is the most experienced.
is the most experienced out of the three of
Yes,
them. Whereby,
yes, he's a grassroots politician
um,
of repute. Yes,
okay. So you guys should be giving awareness, sensitize the minds of the voters to ensure that they won't be victims of APC vote buying during election period. Is very important. You understand?
yes.
I understand that, sir. So that
I
is very
understand what you
important.
are saying.
Because,
We are going to take some precautions,
mm,
in ensuring that this issue of vote buying is going to become a thing of the past in Ondo State.
yes,
Even the APC people will be afraid to engage in vote buying on Saturday, because the masses of the people might react against that kind of method of buying the consciences of the people. That is
yes,
not democratic. It's a criminal offense for anybody, to engage in vote buying. And like the riot act, you know, read by the president, which states that whoever engages in the ballot, boxes snatching and vote buying should be ready to die. And that is going to be a signal, to everybody who wants to engage in all these criminal activities, to just shed their sword. Because Ondo State is not a place to practice vote buying and other electoral malpractices.
okay. Thank you, sir. Thank you for this
Yeah,
discussion.
yeah, thank you very much, ma.
And the network was very friendly with us. The network
Yes,
is very friendly.
yes.
Yeah. Thank you. Thank you. So,
Yeah,
and
thank you, ma.
the election day, please, you help me hook me up with anyone that will help me, giving us updates on Saturday, the election day. We want to know what is going on ground. I don't have anybody there, Ondo Akure, because I'm from Edo State. So I have no friend in Akure. I think you will help me. We'll talk
Okay, don't worry. That will be done. That will be done, madam. We will discuss that.
okay.
We will discuss that because we want to make sure that the updates, will be as transparent as possible. And here in Nigeria, it is only INEC that can transmit election results. Individuals are not permitted.
Yes, I
It is only when elections have been declared at the polling booths
know.
that
Mm,
one can transmit it to anywhere, so
yes,
that one
I know that.
will not be charged for criminal proclivity.
I understand that. You know that we did the same thing with the Edo election. Okay, so
Yes,
yeah, because INEC said that no one should report the result of the election. So there
election.
won't,
Yes,
there won't be any result not until INEC announce it, officially announce it. So we just want to
yes.
know if everywhere the vote is going on, the election is going on peaceful. What is going on ground. That's what we want to, not just the results.
Yes, I can make myself available.
That day.
Yes, so for that kind of tax, I can give you updates in my own area because I'm
Yeah.
not going to stay in Akure. I will be in my hometown in Okakoko,
Mm,
where I'm going to vote, cast my vote, along with all other supporters, all the good people of Oka, who are solidly behind the Zenny Labour Party.
mm, mm.
We are going to vote, all of us. We are going to vote. That has been the belief.
Okay.
I want to, yes.
The way they did it in Edo State the other day, so someone like you, your local government, your polling unit, I mean, you will be there. If you win the polling unit, you will announce it.
Yes,
That,
after the
that
announcement
was
by the presiding officer or the
uh,
returning officer at
mm,
the polling booth,
polling unit,
yes,
yeah.
one can
Discuss.
disseminate it, the
Mm,
information. That
mm-hmm,
one is
exactly.
allowed.
As
But
yeah, that's what.
INEC, the
Mm,
way I see it,
mm,
INEC is going to act credibly this time around, like what they did in Edo,
mm.
because the issue of altering election results at the ward collation centers will become a thing of the past, because as soon as the elections are declared, at the individual
Polling unit.
polling units,
Mm.
it can be announced.
And that's
So
what they
the
did in
question
Edo
of
State.
anybody, yes, the question of anybody, manipulating election results,
It will
you
not
know,
happen. Mm.
will not happen again.
So after voting, the voters will wait for the results in their polling unit.
Yes, we are going to
Yes.
there have been a sensitization education on that, because you stay after the election, everybody, will now stay at the voting centers
Mm,
and ensure that the votes are counted in their presence.
mm.
So it's
Yes.
not a question of after voting you don't go back, you just go back to your respective houses. No, you must ensure that your vote, you know, is counted.
Yes, that's what they did in Edo State. And when they were counting,
Yes.
for some of them, they recorded it. One, two, three. It was so fun. It
Yes,
was so
now that is transparency. It's going to be transparent.
it was
That
so
is what they
fun.
do in all over the places. Even in the previous elections in Ondo State, they count openly.
Mm.
One, two, three, four
Yeah.
to the last. So everybody will hear it. So, and the irony of it is that even when you snatch ballot papers, the results of that place will
Nullified.
be cancelled.
Will be nullified.
So what is
Yes.
what will be the essence of you snatching
Snatching.
ballot papers when
Exactly.
you think it can affect you both positively and negatively?
Mm.
Yes, now it might be your own party that won majority of votes in that particular
Yeah.
polling units, and when you snatch the ballot papers and everything there, it's going to be to the detriment of your party.
Party.
And so, and that is why I believe that our people should not engage in ballot boxes snatching
It's
on the
not.
election day.
Interesting. So we are waiting patiently for the election day. Okay, so we're gonna end the show right now. Thank you so much, sir. Thank you for joining the show. So
Yeah, thank you very much. Thank you very much. I
I
appreciate you, man.
I appreciate it too. Thanks for joining. It was not very
Thank
easy
you.
to hook up with me. You know that this app requires a very strong internet network, and in Nigeria at nighttime like this is better. The network is better, stronger at night in Nigeria because
Yes.
it's like 11 o'clock now in Nigeria. What is the time now? 11, 11
Yeah, the
o'clock.
time.
11 o'clock. Yeah, that's why the network is stronger at night.
Yes, in Nigeria, that is it. The connectivity is stronger in the night in Nigeria,
Mhm.
but in the morning, in the afternoon, it's virtually
Yeah.
not palatable.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Thank you. So I will talk to you tomorrow. I'll call you, sir. Okay.
Thank you very much, man.
Thanks. And say hi to your son. Okay. Say hi to your son for me.
All right. Yes. Yeah, he was the one who assisted me in
Yeah.
the connectivity. Yes. We have to appreciate him for that.
Yeah. Yeah.
Thank you very much, man.
Okay then. Bye.
Bye bye.